Greg Biffle gives up 6th place to be the first car to make a green flag stop. Matt?
Mike, you've already seen the tear-off pulled off the windshield by a crew member. Biffle complaining about the visibility. Doug Richard has called for an air pressure adjustment, 14.7 seconds.
And if you're one of the cars up near the front, to make a 4-tire green flag stop here as he's trying to get some heat in his tires right off the bat. Remember, pit road speed 40 miles per hour. You're going to lose almost 2 laps. If you're one of the cars that's a half a lap down or more, you're going to lose 2 laps on a green flag stop. So you don't need any mistakes on these green flag pit stops.
Now, Larry, they were the first to stop. Maybe still a little gun shy after running out of gas a couple weeks ago.
Well, I'll guarantee you, a very similar racetrack at Phoenix. You got to believe a lot of the Roush cars would be. Got a little battling, heating up here for 4th place. Denny Hamlin in 11 just goes by Kurt Busch in that 2. Again, we're very close to all of our leaders making green flag stops.
Yeah, Kurt is starting to fall back a tad. He's ready to make a pit stop here pretty quickly. He was up there challenging Dale Jr. a bit ago, and Jr.'s driven off and left him.
But Mike, at a short track like Richmond, where you lose so much time making a green flag stop, and the tires don't give up that much. You want to run until you know you have to pit. You do not want a short pit here.
That's one thing that I think Johnson does have in his favor. Should be able to stay on the racetrack a tad longer than some of these lead cars.
Yeah, because he pitted on lap 97. All of our leaders pitted on 67. He should be able to go about 25 or 30 more laps than those guys.
So that may, in fact, turn out to be his savior.
Kevin Harvick pulling in on J.J. Yaley, the 22nd place car.
Oh, Harvick's putting a hurting on all these guys right now.
Kyle Busch is in 13th, right behind his Hendrick teammate Brian Vickers, and we listened into Kyle talk about track conditions.
No rear grip, none, 0. Touch the gas, you're gone. 10-4, buddy. Make sure we get it to pit road here. Just take care of it.
Sounds like he's fighting the same thing as his teammate Jeff Gordon in the 24 that's right behind him. Touches the throttle, the rear wheels will not hook up, the rear tires.
Got rear wheel spin. 26 is in.
Another Roush car.
Jamie McMurray.
Here comes another one.
Mark Martin is
got a car around down here in the corner. It's Carl Edwards trying to get into the pits.
And the caution is out. Caution is out. Now Mark Martin in the 6, he did not stop on pit road. He kept going, so he should stay on the lead lap.
So at lap 185 in turn 4, Edwards spins trying to be the 4th Roush car to get to pit road, and instead he's going to trap a couple of his teammates laps down because he brought out the caution.
But you got to believe that Mark Martin's spotter had to be heads up that time.
I think Mark's okay. I believe that the car gets run into. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clint Boyer.
But he maybe was trying to get to pit road.
No, he was definitely trying to get on pit road. He just didn't let the guy behind him know.
That'll give you a case of acid reflux. So here's Mark coming in.
Right here, spotter said caution, caution, caution. He just kept going, maintained his 40 miles per hour, stays on the lead lap. Gave up a lot of track position, of course, but at least he's on the lead lap.
Nice save.
Yeah, he didn't have to speed even. He had plenty of time.
Harvick's in, and most of the leaders will follow. Dick?
Harvick, who has dominated this race, golly, they took the slightest adjustment in the left rear corner of this car. He has absolutely dominated this race with a car that is nearly perfect, just a little bit tight off the corner steam.
Kurt Busch is saying that he feels like he's tipped over on the right rear tire. They're going to take 1 pound out of the left front, half a round out of the right rear. Matt.
You can see the wedge wrench in the back window of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Chevrolet. Now he says the car is about a 3.5 on a scale 1 to 10, tight in the center of the corner. On the right top, you can see Denny Hamlin's Chevrolet. As Junior is already down and away. Now they've been making small adjustments for Denny Hamlin. Track bar in the last stop, air pressure again this stop.
Earnhardt, Hamlin, Kurt Busch lead him off, then Stewart, Newman, and Bobby Labonte. So the caution flag flies for the 6th time in the Crown Royal 400.
The Crown Royal 400 on FX is sponsored by Budweiser, the official beer of NASCAR, and proud sponsor of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the number 8 car.
Here we come for the restart to begin lap 191. Greg Biffle and Jamie McMurray on the tail end of the lead lap in front of race leader Kevin Harvick. So they have the option of starting in the lead lap lane in front of the leader or to the inside. They opted for the lead lap lane, and that's why Harvick is behind them.
And how they end up on the tail end of the lead lap, remember they went a lap down when they made a green flag stop because their tires were brand new. They decided to stay on the racetrack. That way they go then to the tail end of the lead lap.
But fuel mileage is killing Biffle. Cost him a race at Phoenix. Here he is, he had to pit early because he had to get fuel. Caution comes out. Now he's at the tail end of the lead lap.
J.J. Yaley got the free pass on that caution.
And there's Casey Kane in that 9 car still trying to get one of those 5 laps back. He would love to see some quick cautions here. Casey Kane in the 9.
Well, he's running good enough, Larry, that on these restarts, he can hang up there for a little while. But when that 29 gets wound up, look out.
Last year's winner,
Nobody's
Kane.
going to hold him back.
Here's his teammate. Ooh, Menard's car of Robbie Gordon slips, and Scott Riggs tries for the spot.
Robbie Gordon, Scott Riggs, they're both on the lead lap back there in the 18th, 19th spot. We've got 22 cars on the lead lap right now.
Carl Edwards is there as well. In the 99, he is still on the lead lap, despite being the cause of the caution when Clint Boyer got into the back of him.
I'll tell you one thing, when they're wadded up like this, he who hesitates gets run over.
Absolutely. Scott Riggs been on a little bit of a roll here in the last 4 races, 3 top 10s. And Casey Kane now, he drives by Greg Biffle in the 16. Now Harvick in the 29, our race leader, trying to put Greg Biffle that lap back down.
Harvick's car just gets down in the corner so good. He can drive it all the way to the center of the corner. So I can put it, watch him put a slide job on Biffle right here.
And we've talked about how this track is so similar to Phoenix. Biffle was so good at Phoenix that this is one car that if Kevin Harvick can put a lap down, he needs to work at it and get it done.
It could come back to haunt him if he does not.
Right.
And just what a role Kevin Harvick is on. You heard Chris Myers talking to pre-race, just re-signed with Richard Childress Racing for 3 additional years. Squashed all the rumors about the future of going with Toyota.
Biggest mover in this race, Bobby Labonte in Richard Petty's Cheerios 33. Elliott Sadler, who would like nothing more in racing than a win at his home racetrack, where he used to come here and sit in the grandstand.
See Tony Stewart in the 20 car, moved up to the 5th position. Bobby Labonte in that 43 car, still on the lead lap, sitting there in 6th behind Tony Stewart.
And that thing's running good as my Petty driving school car. That baby's right tonight.
Now, did you pick Bobby Labonte this week like you did at
No,
Phoenix?
I took Dale Jr. this week, but I know Bobby's going to be good.
Now, Biffle is not giving Harvick a lot of room. He's running the same lap times, so he is not yet getting the blue flag, which is the move over flag, which you get when faster cars are coming. But
he might get the move over bumper, though, if they don't watch out here. That's 2 rocks right there.
And neither one's going to move.
halfway.
You got to be kidding.
Yes, sir.
There's a welcome sight.
That's how the drivers know, besides the crew chiefs and spotters telling them. The flagman crosses those 2 flags, makes an X.
When you get those green flag runs like that, those long greens, man, their laps go by fast.
Now, NASCAR will give Biffle a passing flag if they think he's holding Harvick up, but right now, doesn't quite seem to be the case.
No, and not only that, you got to remember, he's trying to stay on the lead lap, so he can't just roll over.
No.
But while this is going on, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car, he's loving watching this because he is reeling these boys in right there. But you know, one of our FedEx racetrack keys, control your emotions. I think this is where Todd Berrier, the spotter for Kevin Harvick, has to say, look, yeah, we want to put him a lap down, speaking of Greg Biffle, but don't get yourself in trouble. Do it. Don't beat that right front fender off.
Here's the other thing, too. I always say don't race people that can't beat you, but that guy can beat you.
Oh, yeah.
So if you can get him in a hole, put him in it.
But don't put yourself in the hole with it.
Let's see how you voted on our singular virtual crew chief question. Should all short track cup races be run at night? 64% say yes, they should.
Got my vote.
Remember, when you participate in singular virtual crew chief, you're automatically entered to win Jeff Burton's payday for the July race Daytona.
If I had a short track, on Saturday night when we're racing, I'd have Nextel Cup night. I'd have the big screen in the center of the track. You can watch the local races run and watch the big screen and watch the cup cars run at the same time.
He came up with that idea all on his own.
2 for the price of 1 plus $1.
How about that?
Tax and license included.
Just past halfway, Kevin Harvick still fighting to get past Greg Biffle, but he is your leader over Dale Earnhardt Jr. by 1.6 seconds.
We've got a caution on the speedway.
We're under the 4th caution flag of the night. Yellow fever early here in Virginia.